Welcome to Mobility Matters, the biweekly live stream show covering transportation topics of interest presented by the CITT. That's the Citizens Independent Transportation Trust, the organization overseeing the use of the half-penny sales tax in Miami-Dade County. Thank you for joining us as we stream directly from the studios of the Community News Network onto the social media platforms of Miami's community newspapers. I'm Cheryl Mizell, CITT Ambassador Program Coordinator, and today for Javier Betancourt, your regular host. He's also the CITT Executive Director. And what I do is keep you informed about the volunteer CITT ambassadors who ride transit, similar to secret shoppers, and they use a mobile app to give feedback about their experiences in exchange for rewards, all to help us improve transit services here in Miami-Dade County. And by the way, if you are a frequent transit rider, then stay close because later in the show, we'll talk a little bit about how you can start earning rewards such as Uber and Lyft credits to use when you ride Uber or Lyft. But right now, I'd like to briefly introduce you to our featured guest for today's Mobility Matters. She'll have a few minutes a little later to tell you more details about herself, but right now, I'd just like for you to know that she was the first to volunteer for the beta testing group to use our mobile app for the program. And then she transitioned to our first group of applicants to become a CITT ambassador in December 2022. We welcome to Mobility Matters, Nadeige Laleau.
Good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning, Nadeige. It's always a pleasure to see your smiling face.
Likewise. Thank you for having me.
Now, Nadeige, before we get started with our conversation, I'd like to reach out to our viewing audience to ask them to just please visit our website to learn more about the CITT and how to become a CITT Trust member or a CITT ambassador. Now, that is miamidade.gov/CITT. You'll see a crawler at the bottom of your screen during the show as well as right now, if you didn't get a chance to write it down as I was mentioning it. And as I mentioned earlier, if you or someone you know is a frequent transit rider who likes to give feedback and receive rewards, then just take a picture of that QR code that you see on the screen, and it'll take you directly to our homepage if you didn't get a chance to write down the web address. And there you'll find links to apply to become a CITT ambassador or a CITT Trust member, like I said before. Nadeige, again, thank you so much for all that you've contributed in your role as a CITT ambassador, participating in the many video productions that we've done, as well as, interviews on behalf of the program. And you were there at the actual launch of the program in February in 2023. Yeah, so gosh, the time has gone by so fast. And we really appreciate you. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. It is a pleasure to be of service.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. What would you like our audience to know about you?
Well, you already mentioned my name is Nadeige Laleau, and I am currently a disabilities coordinator for Miami-Dade County Community Action Head Start Early Head Start program. So this program really helps and support children and families in our communities, and making sure that they're receiving the best possible care as we, support the families, those that are at risk in our community, and those children that also have developmental delays. So our program serves children, with various abilities. So those children too that have been identified with a developmental delay or developmental concern, we're making sure that the parents receive the referrals, that they're gone to the LEA, receive the appropriate evaluations, and then there would be a staffing to determine if they're eligible for services in our community. And so that we help. And in my part as a disabilities coordinator. But I have been in the Head Start program for about 32 years right now, really working with it.
Wow.
Yes, will be 33 years about in October. So I thank God for the ability and for me to be able to be of service to the community. This was always my wish as I was growing up, that the community gave me so much, and I wanted to be of service to the community. And I'm so thankful that Community Action Agency was there to be that liaison to provide services to the community. And I'm also a recipient of such service because my child was also a Head Start child. And so therefore, what better way to serve but to give back to our community.
Wow, complete circle there.
Yes, yes.
And for that much time working, in an area that deals with children, trust me, I know the patience that it takes to do that and the love of children that it takes to do that kind of work.
Yes, it does take. It does take a lot of patience, compassion.
Compassion.
Yes, definitely. You do need to have that compassion, that love, that drive that wants you to be of service, to those who are around you, because we are here for a purpose and on purpose, and purposely designed by God to serve. So therefore, what is a better way of doing it? And we do have to start from the youngest one, really, because they are truly the future, because our community grows with each child that is born,
Absolutely.
And it's extremely important to support families as they're doing that. And I love the fact that Community Action is demonstrating this through the various services that are available to the community. So we truly strive for excellence.
Well, they have certainly a very qualified and committed person, working, in the program, and you represent them well.
Thank you.
Represent them well.
Thank you. Well, I've been given, so therefore I need to give back.
Yes, this is so true. So, what do you do, for fun? I mean, what kind of things you do with, I heard you mention about your children. You seem to have a very happy family life as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, fun for me is serving the community. So I am active in church, and I love to participate in community events and giving back. And I'm also a goodwill ambassador. So therefore, when there are events in the community, I do enjoy participating whenever I can and give of my time. I have done a lot of mostly community events and church. That's what I do for fun.
Well, there's a lot of fun to be had at church. I can remember going as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun in the community. There's so many things that are happening in our community that we can truly give back and enjoy at the same time. So it doesn't really take a lot of money, to serve. So I really don't have the time to be looking at things, for money or things like that. But giving back to the community is the best thing that I can do to serve, because the community served me and continues to serve me very well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I thank God for that.
And so we know that you were a part of one of the earlier, or maybe the first, certainly one of the earlier transit ambassador programs with the county through the Department of Transportation, which is a different entity from our department. And what inspired you to want to get involved as a transit ambassador there and now with our program?
Oh, well, thank you for asking.
Yeah.
When I came from Haiti, you must know that I am from Haiti, and I came to the United States in 1984, especially in Miami, and there was no other way for me to move around. It's either that I walked or I get on a bus, and catching the bus was my way, really my way of life. So therefore, since I was already riding the bus, and I say that, well, I'm already there. I can just donate my time and give my time as I'm sitting there and
Sure.
getting on the bus. And also, as I was going to school, I only enjoyed volunteering, and I was nominated, and I was not even aware of such a thing as a Silver Knight award. So I was nominated and won the Silver Knight Awards for foreign languages. And I was asked a question of, what would you do, or what are you going to do? And I've said, I've been given, so therefore I'm gonna continue to give back to the community. So therefore, if that service that I was doing, helping me to get, to that, because by being a Silver Knight, I was awarded a scholarship to go to school. So my college degree was,
those things aren't easy to
yes.
Yeah, so congratulations.
So, thank you so much. So my college degree, I did not have to pay so much, because by given it shall be given unto you. So therefore, good measures.
Yes.
So the measure that I received was being able to attend school and then be able to continue to serve my community. So riding the bus was very easy for me, because I do enjoy getting on a ride. I do enjoy sitting there, and going to places and have not to worry about, my way around, or the traffic, or somebody honking that I'm too slow on the road. So I really enjoyed that. So I said, well, since I am already riding on the bus and they need someone to give feedback, and I can be a voice for my community and the people around, because when you're sitting, you can hear conversations. You can hear people saying what happened, how they would like the service. Even me as a passenger, there will be some things that I see that I would say, I think that needs to be improved. So therefore, I said, I can be, for that first ambassador program, I said I can give that feedback. So this was a way of me giving feedback. Now the rewards is something different, because I did not expect that. But my goal was really to serve my community through writing and providing that feedback to see much improvement in traffic and in the commute.
Sure.
Thank you.
So how was the difference in the two programs? I mean, the first one the original compared to the CITT program that you're in now. What things did you do there that you, and then I'm sure the apps weren't around back then as popular, right. That for sure. But any?
Well, the difference really, with the apps, there's a different, something different. But with that program, we were given a bus pass. And then with the bus pass, we would go into, ride. We would ride to wherever that we were riding. And then we were giving cards to write the feedback. And at the end of the month, we would write, an email, like a statements of everything that happened. Like I keep a log of all my rides.
I see.
So you would write at the end of the month what happened, what suggestions, recommendations that you have, what you heard on the bus, and how can we improve. So with that one, you can ride any bus, tap in, tap out at any time, and giving, as much feedback that you were, able to give.
Interesting.
But with this program, with the app, it's even easier, because it's on time, on demand. It's like really, as you ride, you're able to write it in to the platform, and then submit your comments and the ride that you have taken. The thing that I have learned with this one, which is much better, because the previous one, when I tap, I guess it goes into a database, so you would know which bus I take. But with this program, I need to write the bus number and the drivers. So this one has really helped me become more aware of, there is a bus number? I did not know that. You catch on the bus, you get on the bus, did not pay attention of what time I took the bus, or what was the bus ID number or the driver's ID number. So now I'm become more cognizant of, oh, there is an ID number. So there is, something that identifies the bus. So even if I'm not riding on the bus, I see something, I can always say something just by saying this is the bus ID number, this is the time, this is the location where things can happen. So with this one, I just like the fact that, I'm really become more cognizant of those little details that I wasn't paying attention to. And I can give comments also what's happening inside of the bus.
Oh, those are stories to be told right there, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of things that that happens inside the bus and sometimes, and the improvement I like to see, I love to see that the fact that now the drivers are more protected by the partitions that are on the bus.
Yes.
Because a lot of time people would, jump over, and it's not necessary. But if anything like that happens, hey, I'm on another eye on the bus. Where I can provide that feedback or do something about it.
Yeah, I thought that was because the driver is so important to everybody's safety, and if somebody, hurts them, that affects everybody.
That affects everybody because you can get to where you need to go, and there's a disturbance.
There's a disturbance, and it could be an accident as well.
Right.
You mentioned things going on inside the bus. What things are you thinking about when you say that?
Well, sometimes I have seen in different bus rides upset passengers. Passengers upset over anything. They could have walked into the bus and being upset and then start throwing at the driver, or other things that could happen on the bus. Like one time I was on a bus and then there was a passenger that, passed out or fainted. This is something that you can, assist. And there would be like a lot of other things like, that happens. Most of the times it would be passengers having some issues, and maybe the cord is broken, or maybe there is something, a spill or something like that happens, and then you can bring it up to the driver's attention to to flag it. Yes.
So in terms of just riding the bus itself, I mean, what are your thoughts about like the new smart changes that they made to the bus, and just being primarily a bus rider?
Well, something I do like the schedule because I'm consistent with my bus. So I do like the fact that there is a time that I know the bus will be there, and then the bus would be there. So this is something that I really enjoy about the smart bus system. So this is really, really helpful to know in advance, and also having the app to show you when the bus is coming, or what time the bus would be there. And then the letters, I think the numbers of the buses, sometimes they coincide or they relate to the streets where you are going on the bus. So if I'm on 199 Street, I'm gonna have 199 bus. Although the bus changes routes, but we know that the main route, and this is it. So the time, and it's much better in some areas, especially for my route. I know with what time it is, and then I think the service sometimes it's much faster in some of the areas. Not that I didn't hear about some other people not feeling comfortable with it, but I really like for my route that it is consistent. Although I would like for it to be longer.
Longer in what way?
Well, so I take the express.
Okay.
So sometimes the express, it runs from a certain time and ends at a certain time, and once that time ends, then
I see. So
you have to find alternate.
I got you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You would like to be able to catch it until midnight, at least, if you wanted to.
Yeah. That would be cool, Then I would need to think about when my bus is coming. Yeah.
What other things do you think need to be improved about, transit in Miami-Dade County?
I really would love to see Metro Rail run east also, because sometimes if I want to catch, let's say I want to come downtown, and I would love to catch the bus or the train to come here, I have to drive all the way west to get on a train to come downtown. So instead of that, I would have loved to see a route going that way. And then with Miami traffic, I don't know, but if I would have, anyways, Miami, the express bus goes straight downtown, but if I had something that's closer to Aventura that would do a straight shot there too, or something, that would really, really, really be helpful for that. I do know there are certain time buses do not arrive on time. And then with traffic, we can expect that. Something that I've heard passengers say, well, if only we knew in advance that the bus was late or something. And I do have my daughter ride the bus also. So sometimes she tells me, Mommy, but the bus did not come and I had to walk. And then sometimes when she walks, she says, as soon as I start walking and I'm halfway, and then the bus comes,
passes
and
you.
then I miss it, and then I have to wait another half an hour. And sometimes she tells me I have to walk all the way to where I'm going because I don't know when the bus is coming. So I don't know how this, would be, but if a bus is late, maybe having another bus take over or something, so that passengers that are waiting would have access to some kind of the transportation. Because sometimes too, you see people running trying to catch the bus because they're late for work, and then you get to the front of the bus and the bus make a quick stop, and once the driver pulls out, you can tap on the door, the driver won't open it. I guess some of them I've seen some of them, but having maybe drivers understand as well. There are people who are running to catch the bus, and if you see a person running, sometimes I know it could be impossible for them to see, but then see somebody running to catch the bus, or they're right there in front of you. Even if your door is closed, you can open it and let the passenger on. That I would like, to see some improvement in maybe driver communication. Or
in what way?
Okay, I'm just gonna say, for once I missed the bus one time, and I was right there, but the bus had come, and because there was no one there at that stop at that moment, although I was running towards it, the driver pulled out. So now I had to wait another 15 minutes, 20 minutes for the next, bus. So there are certain stops, there are, so many commuters. Maybe instead, because in the app, it tells you that the time is between 0 and 2 minutes that the bus would be there or stopping there. So if the driver stops a little few minutes, like on the hour, maybe 1 minute after the hour, or if it's 0 to 1 minute, sometimes I say I'll take the bus at 8 o'clock, and then it's 8:01. The bus is gone already, but I was coming, towards the bus.
Right.
So if 1 minute, or half a second,
could just
make a difference. Just looking to see, are there any other passengers running towards me?
The way that the Metro Rail does, how they keep their heads outside before they close the doors and pull off.
Right.
Something that would give that type of ability to the bus drivers is what you're saying.
Exactly. Just a peep. Okay. Let's see anyone there.
Well, viewers, if you just started watching, this is Mobility Matters, a show presented by the CITT, that's the Citizens Independent Transportation Trust. And we're streaming directly from the Community News Network on the Miami Community Newspaper's social media platforms. You can follow the CITT on social media at GoCITT, Transportation Trust. And also, you can use the hashtag CITT Ambassadors. And please remember to like us when you visit our pages. I'm Cheryl Mizell, CITT Program Coordinator and your host for today, and for Javier Betancourt, the Executive Director. My guest is Nadeige Laleau, CITT Ambassador and the first volunteer with our beta testing program. When she was informed about it, about her brother, we have to give him some credit.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
So I'd like to know what your thoughts are about our CITT Mobility Rewards app that we have transitioned to now with our program.
It is a very, because I just mentioned it's because it's instant, and then you can see what is happening in the app, and you can give your feedback right there. And the other thing that I like is the fact that when I give feedback, or when a feedback is given, I can see result. You can see that somebody is reading and paying attention, and then following up on what is happening, and whatever comment that you make. So I think this is great. And the rewards, it's great. I still need to learn how to
use it. Okay. We're going to have a little tutorial before
yes,
you leave
definitely.
today.
But it is a wonderful thing that, volunteers are able to use those points earned and cash them in for a bus ride, a Lyft ride, or an Uber ride. So this is great. A way of saying thank you, I think, as well. So the app so far is working good, and then there are other places where you can give comments, just like the Facebook thing and whatever is happening. So this is a very nice way of doing. Something that I liked about the app, the previous one, was the one that encouraged you to walk.
Oh, that was the very first one.
Yes.
That was before we got involved with the program. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
So I used to look forward to that so I can make sure I get me a little 2 miles walk.
Yeah, I think they gave you points for that too.
Yes. You get 2 points or something for it. But that was a push for me to walk even further of a distance. So
I see.
I used to really looking forward to that little walk. But it is a good thing, and it is very good to encourage because people to be a volunteer. And on the bus, we do have parents from Head Start parents ride the bus and encourage them. Those who do not have a car, so they can catch the bus, and they would receive like a bus pass, for one day or something. So if they need to get to therapy or to get to the doctor, or they don't have a car, so they would be able to ride transit. And then for some of these parents too that take their children to school, I've heard that that they have sometimes having a hard time getting a bus, or they miss the bus or something like that. Having maybe some kind of, I know you asked me what way of improving, but this is another way I'm thinking about. Maybe at the bus stops or something that would be indicator of a bus, the bus coming, or if the bus is late, something that way, that a display to say, okay, your bus, you missed the bus, but the next bus is coming at such a time. Like you would see
a digital display.
A digital display. That would let passenger know.
That would be really cool if there were digital displays at all those stops.
Yes.
Yeah.
In simple ones, it could be at a main stop, or something that at least passengers would know. You missed this bus, but the next bus is coming.
Right.
Because I was talking to one of the employees also. She was like, some people do not use a phone or don't know how to use a phone to go on the app. So what else do we have that passengers would be able to know when the next bus is coming? So the app also, the Go app works very well in some cases.
That's the main one you use?
I use the Go app, but sometimes, the bus that says that's coming is not the bus that I see or something like that, or the bus is late.
Right.
But you are able to, if you search the app, then you would know. But for so many who's not tech savvy, would not know how to use it.
Yes.
So, but I think the Velocia app it's working fine for me so far.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Do you ever use a trolley?
I've used the trolley a couple of times.
Okay.
Coming to Coconut Grove.
Okay.
Yes, I've used the trolley to go in some places, but not in those other communities. But yes, I have used the trolley a couple of times.
What about Tri-Rail or Brightline?
I do ride Tri-Rail. I do ride Tri-Rail, and at times if I miss the bus, the next route would be the Tri-Rail, and then taking the Tri-Rail to the transfer station, and then take the Metro Rail or the other Tri-Rail to go downtown. Now that Tri-Rail to go downtown, I was really expecting that Tri-Rail to go east to be able to go downtown, but now you really have to go to another station and have it transfer to downtown. So it's really not what I expected at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's not a straight shot. I really was hoping it would have been a straight shot from, even Golden Glades downtown. But yes, I do ride the Tri-Rail. I do ride the Metro Rail, and I ride the Metro Mover. I was the point person for some of my friends. Okay, Nadeige knows everything about how to ride transits. So yes, I enjoy riding transit because it's really gives me the peace of mind to go where I need to go.
I also like to just let everybody know that our ambassadors do get recognized. We have Ambassador of the Month, Ambassador of the Quarter, and Ambassador of the Year. And I know that you have been Ambassador of the Month at least once or twice?
Once.
Once, okay.
Yes.
So I'm sure before the year's out, we will see that you will we'll be holding that title again at some point in time.
Well, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations, and we certainly appreciate that work as well.
Thank you. Appreciate you too. You guys are doing a wonderful job.
Oh, thank you.
Taking on the surveys and supporting the community is a great thing.
Yes, and I'm also an ambassador. I fill out the app, so I get a chance to have this same experiences. So I can definitely relate. I'm also curious if you ever use the Transit Watch app. Are you familiar with that one, the Miami-Dade Transit Watch app?
Is the new app? Is it the new app with the Better Bus?
No, it's the one that's been around where you can report things that are. That are issues that come up if you have some kind of...
I have not used the Transit Watch.
Okay, I have to share that one with you and perhaps the other ambassadors, so you can report, like if there's an incident that's going on the bus, so those go straight to someone who's monitoring them like 24 hours.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, so...
It's good to know, so you don't have to wait.
Right, you don't have to... It's I don't know. I mean, it's being monitored 24 hours. I don't know what the exact process is, but it's different from the other app, Go Miami-Dade. This one is specifically dedicated for people to report things
are
of concern.
Of concern, because I know I was speaking with someone who told me about a route to Homestead, and there are a certain time that the bus doesn't. One bus stops and then another bus supposed to pick up different bus numbers, and they were having issues, especially after rush hour and certain time of the night. And they were talking about reporting if the bus doesn't come. How do I know what's coming? So that would be great, for everyone to know about it.
Sure. Well, I would definitely share it with our ambassadors, because if you didn't know about it, maybe others didn't know either. Well, is there anything else you'd like for our viewers to know? Any other feedback about that you share? I mean, are you one? I'm trying to remember. You don't write that a lot of comments on your when you submit your reports.
Well, I used to write a lot of comments, and based on what I see. But so far, so far so good. Since I don't know, it got better.
It got better.
It got better. It got better. So I have not seen much that I would need to report, because it would be the way that I expected to be. So therefore, you may not see much of a comment. And then there was it's been a couple of I have not ridden a bus in a while because of certain family circumstances. So
yes.
There was nothing much to report.
And having been a transit rider, over like decades.
Yes.
I mean, what are the, you can probably reflect back. I left Miami-Dade County for a little while and lived in D.C., so I kind of missed a bit of that, but I was definitely, someone who went around in the car the whole time. So, but having been a true transit rider for, decades, what are some of the major improvements that you've seen in Miami-Dade County? What do you most appreciate, looking back and seeing how far things have come? What do you most appreciate about the services now?
Well, I do appreciate faster service. There are more buses. Although we could use many more, but there are more buses, and the buses are. I mean, I love the fact that they all have air conditioning, and the seatings are a bit better. And there's more space also, and faster routes. More buses coming out, which causes buses not to be so overcrowded.
Right.
So, which is something that I truly appreciate. And let me see. At least now I'm more cognizant of my drivers, and then the drivers are much nice. I don't know, for some reason I see. Well, there were a lot nice drivers, but the communication it's a little bit more, because now I can see some more pleasant drivers. Sometimes it used to be straight up, but now, some drivers are very much pleasant. So this is...
Seem like they're getting more customer service training.
More customer service training, yes. And then something else that I like to see is that you have more supervisors, bus supervisors. So if I'm like in those main, like wherever I catch the bus, or at the terminal, you can see somebody standing there at certain stop, and you can ask them questions, or they can come to you if the bus is late. So there are certain ones that have a bus supervisor there, and they are very nice, and they want to talk to you. So that's something that I like about the transit. But and then now I have more options also. The connection. And then you have the trolleys that are there to help you to connect. If a bus is not there, a trolley comes by, and you are able to get on the trolley to get to your next station. And then there's that other app. If I'm in a location where the bus is not there, where I can with the better bus, I can look at what is the next route, and then request for a pickup.
Like Metro Connect? Is
Metro
that
Connect.
Right.
So
and Freebie. Have you ever?
Yes,
and Freebie.
And Freebies.
They have their own app too.
Yes. So I like that part of the transit. So really,
getting a free ride.
A
free ride to take you from one point to another within a certain area.
Within a within a certain area. It's within a certain area part that maybe it could have been longer.
Yeah, like my neighborhood. I'm with you on that.
Yes, like my neighborhood. Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
Yes.
Well, Nadeige, thank you so much for taking the time to come out this morning, today, to share with our viewers, our listeners, about your experiences of being a CITT ambassador, a former, original transit ambassador, a goodwill ambassador, just a wonderful person.
Thank
period.
you. I'm glad to be of service.
Yes, thank you so much for all that you do for our community. We truly appreciate you.
Thank you.
And viewers, we thank you for joining us today. If you missed any part of the show, you can watch from the beginning. Just check back for the links for the full video that will be on our Facebook page and also on our X pages and pretty much any of our platforms. Just look for us on social media. And special thanks to our guest, Nadeige Laleau, CITT Ambassador Extraordinaire. And remember to visit the CITT website to learn more about becoming a CITT Trust member or CITT Ambassador. I'm Cheryl Mizell, your host and CITT Ambassador Program Coordinator. Please join us again in about 2 weeks when Javier Betancourt will return as your regular host of Mobility Matters. Until then, let's just keep moving forward.